Hey folks, how you doing? It's Clay Francisco here again with another cover design tutorial here with Inkscape. Yeah, hope you folks enjoy. So if you would like to design this sort of cover, where what I've done is taken a photograph and broken it up into layers and kept the grit around it, and then well, honestly, I've just taken the layers, twisted them, added some colors, added some grit, and then I do need to still throw it into GIMP. And if I really wanted to finish this off, I would add a nice grit wash around this whole thing to really make it pop. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and dig on in. Okay, here we are in Inkscape. And as we know from my last tutorial, I work incredibly dirtily. I am a big fat mess, so as you can see, yeah, this is what I do. I just rip stuff apart, or I grab a bunch of images that I think are cool, rip it apart, and then stick it together. And yeah, so what we're going to do is you'll go ahead and just go on out to wherever you feel like going to get free images. I like what Derek Murphy says about getting free images. You can go ahead and find his site out here at creativeindie.com. Yeah, so he would recommend that you buy them. I would recommend that you buy a couple images to rip apart and see what you like doing, right? Because where's that cover? Right, where this, the treachery of beautiful things. That's a great cover. That's really pretty, but it's obviously just a couple of stock photos. It'd be really nice if you took like this background here and made something, a little bit different, right? So, any of these books that I'm going to show you how to do, right? Any of these covers, right, that are going to look like what I'm showing you here are going to be more of your gritty, apocalypsy kind of, yeah, they're not going to and besides, I even went with a 70s sort of color scheme here, and so you're definitely going to have to consider that when you are doing this, when you're making this stylistic choice, when doing things for yourself. They're not going to have this high gloss, really refined look to them. They're going to be a different block color style of excuse me, block color style of piece of art. So yeah, let's just go ahead and click here for what they've got for resources for stock art on DeviantArt. And while it's doing that, yep, here we are. So what is a good, yeah, this is actually probably a better image. Yeah, it's not enough contrast in the clothing, right? You're going to want to have something where you've really got enough contrast in the clothes. And that's not going on there. Unless we wanted to do more of a close-up on the face. Yeah, see this? Okay, so this is where we have to consider what image we're creating, and we want to look at great book covers. And this is the great thing about the internet. And while we're looking up great book covers, we're going to look at eBook cover sizes. Right, and so here we are. Here's the standard ebook cover size, and that's what we're going to want to use for our image. And here are just some good covers, all right? And so I really love the way this cover is designed. And look at how many covers follow this sort of sideways face motif, right? We got the sideways face, sideways-ish face, big old moon in the center of blue, right? Sideways face, big old circular center, right? Yeah, so as you can see, there's a few of these different designs here, but oh, come on, load up. Really? Anyway, too many things going on my poor little computer. So we've got different options But a circular central image seems to be pretty darn, or right? This is super busy, right? I wouldn't do anything quite like this. This is a little crazy. This is more like what I'm about here, folks. These kinds of covers, right? I honestly believe that we can create on our own, that we can do on our own in a nice, good theme like this. I mean, this is great. Whoever designed this is totally awesome. You can do fiction that looks just like this, right? Just like this. This is really fun. And with vector graphics, right, you can, yeah, all the even this kind of, right, this sort of thing is absolutely, if you can find a stock photo, right, I can show you how to rip it apart and do this sort of thing with it, right? And you know what, and let's just go ahead and do that. We'll just find something like that, and we'll make something very similar to this book cover, all right? Actually, you know what? Oh no, this is even better. This is perfect. I like it because I got good room on top, good room on bottom, nice little reflection here. Oh, this is great. No, this is the image we want. This is it. Never mind. Abort mission. Change. Right, here we are. We just grab this whole thing here. We can crop it later. This is so great. And you save. Right, perfect. Okay, so there we are there. Now we go and we choose our image size, right? 2560 by 1600. Right? New image. Come on, Inkscape. All right, I'm going to close this guy down. Yeah, go ahead and cancel. I don't want to save anything I did on that. Wait, no, not cancel. I want to close you. Not cancel. Close without saving. Yes, okay. So this needs to be, now that I've got a little square, right? Grab my Squarescape, put it down, and I don't even worry about what size it is because I go to, not millimeters, pixels, right? So that's the measurement or a scale. There we are. And it is, width is 1600 and the height is 2560. 2560. There we are, and that is our ebook size. All right, let me double check to make sure I got that right. 1600 by 2560. Yeah, it looks a little long and funny, but that's what it is. And so this is what we're going to use as our template for creating our image. We're just going to go ahead now and import the image we want to chop apart here that we, theoretically have the rights to and all this stuff, and we're not just using to hack apart a fun online YouTube tutorial. Okay, desktop. We want to go to books. Yeah, general author stuff. And where did you go? No, that's there we are. Open. Okay. All right. Yep, I'm going to enlarge this puppy to make sure that this image takes up the entire, just in case we want it to. Alright, now we're going to use Inkscape's super awesome tools. Underneath object, no, what is it? Object, layer, path, trace bitmap. There we are. Underneath the trace bitmap tool, we have these two options here for scanning images, all right? And we're going to choose this option, right? And brightness cutoff is how it's going to choose to, well, yeah, well, actually no, this is what we want to use. We want to use brightness steps. That's right. And we don't want to do 8 whole scans. So what that means is it's going to do 8 scans and build 8 layers of gradation into this image, which is a lot. And so we're going to start with just 3 so you can see what the tool does. All right. You could do a live preview and update and we could see what's going on here, but I'm not going to. We're just going to hit the go button and let it do its thing. Yeah, see? All right, so now you get what this tool does in the abstract sense. All right? And so what you can then do is you can take this image and change it and add things to it, and you know, like I did with it, I think I had like 6 steps going, right? And so now we'll go ahead, we'll do 8. Why not? We'll see what happens. There we are. And yeah, see, that's a pretty faithful, fun recreation of the image there. And now you can go ahead and right click on it and ungroup these layers, because right now they're all one. And now I can take the top layer, which is probably this darkest layer here, and move it off to the side. Ta-da! And what's fun is there can be a lot of detail in this layer, right? This is a great little piece we've got here. And what I'm going to do now is copy it, bring this little thing over here, because I might want to use this. I might want to set it back over this. Who knows what this image is going to do for me later. And I'm now going to use, get down to there. Oh, my Snap 2 grid's on. Whoops. That's going to get annoying. I will probably have to turn that off. Document properties. Snap. There we go. Alright, I think that's what I want. We'll find out. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you get down to the bottom of their feet. There. Cut all the other image space off here. And now I've got this selected. Hold Shift. Click on the image you want to actually cut and crop. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to cut out with the intersection tool. Yoink! Just the piece I want. And since I'm pretty sure this, between this and this, I've got all the image quality I need of that, I'm just going to delete this, grab these ladies here, and start with my cover design. See? So, there we are. We've got our text that we're just going to go ahead and start with. All right. Yeah, you want to center it. And I'll show you how to center this stuff and make all this nice and pretty in just a little bit here. Because that's what we'll actually want to do, is we want to mess with borders and really make sure that we got all these guys lined up. And yeah, justified correctly. Okay, so that's that. There they are. Ooh, whoops, 2 buys. Nope, I just want 1. And then this is the image we kind of wanted to recreate. So this is actually down here, see, with the name coming up here. So what we really should do, right, if we really wanted to kind of recreate this sort of image, right, and really go for it, is we would actually take these women, right, blow them up a wee bit bigger, and bring them down here, right? Because we know they're walking somewhere because they got their shoes with them, right? We know they're sandal walking, so maybe we just stick them like this, right? Way down at the bottom. Kind of interesting like, right? And then that leaves room for a little name at the top, right? Like a little cutesy art name. Right, because your name doesn't matter, but it does matter, right? You're like, kaboom. Right, and we'll change the font on this stuff, and we'll definitely mess around with it. We're just putting placeholders here, right? And then instead, we're going to go with something a little bit bigger. I have no idea. I'm just messing with stuff. All right, boom. All right. Too big, right? So in order to really get that going on here, we've got to make that image much smaller. Whoops, no, we don't want to do that. So we will go ahead, make this smaller, we'll make this much smaller. We'll stick it off to the side, kind of like that. Stick this much more up in here. We'll make it broader. Yeah, alright, that will, yeah, exactly, because this will, yeah. Here we go. See, now here's where the typography comes in, because what we'll end up doing is we'll want to make this G bigger, right? Shove this under here, right? Give it a little bit, yeah, that'll be nice. Make this walk smaller, maybe with a bigger WG. Alright, cool, right? And so to make a complete circle, you hold down Control with the circle key. Not really sure what color I'm going to want this, but in order to keep that sort of muted color palette here, we're definitely going to want to stay in these muted guys. So we'll do something like that. Maybe a wee bit bigger if we're going to cut it off. Yeah, there we are. Yep. Something like that. And now if you want to do a copy paste and have the image not move from where it is, you press Control D, right? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this guy and this guy, we're going to use another intersection tool. Point, but intersection is destructive, so you'll notice both images went away to create this little one guy. That's why you want to create a double of the other image, otherwise this background would have gone away as well. All right, and so now we've got that. The image that we're trying to do from here goes straight from a cast like that. Okay. And so then what we would want to do is we do want to bring these women down just a bit. Yeah, I think we want to bring them down here because we want to put some kind of landscape in front of them, right? We're just going to go ahead and combine two images. We are going to do that. And we're just going to look for, right, and again, you'll want images that you guys actually have rights to. I just need something really quick. Alright, so a good cityscape. Oh, you know what, for people walking on a path, this is the perfect cityscape. Right? Exactly. Pixel Boss. There you go. Thank you, sirs. Right? We're just going to go ahead, and this is a super low res image, and not what you should really be doing, folks, but it's perfect for our needs. Yep. Yoink. Okay. Then we're saving it. This is going to be hazy. Hazy? Hazy. I don't know how you spell hazy. Huh. Back here, bring in that image. Blow it up a little bit so we see what's going on. Alright, do I have that tool still open? I don't. So it is under Path, Trace Bitmap. Okay, we have 8 steps of scanning, and we'll go ahead and keep that just to see if it keeps the same level of resolution going on here. Let me go over here. I think this works. The city doesn't have a whole lot of definition to it, but we'll call it good. Here's a good layer. Alright, and so what you're going to do is there's going to be 8 of these layers here that we can pull apart and play with. And so what's good to do is you'll take one of these kind of bigger, fatter layers here, like this guy, right? One of these base layers. Maybe even, I like this guy. He's got a little bit more detail. And then on those higher detail levels, like this dark one here, you're going to drop it over it like they used to. Whoops. Like they used to be. There we go. And that ought to be just enough alignment and detail for what we'll need for this. And so what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go ahead and take these two images. Where'd you go? You know what? I'll just select them both like that. And we'll see what happens when I take the difference. Yes, that is what I wanted. Excellent. So now the rest of these I can get rid of. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead, get rid of, because I know that this is mostly what I'm going to need here. Alright, just to keep a clean workspace for once in my life. Oh, and to grab the screen, if you've got a middle spinny wheel on your mouse, you click it down and just drag it. It's super awesome. Okay, and so now we're going to create a custom cutout shape here. This crummy skyline. Well, whatever, it's an amazing skyline. That's not what I mean, I just mean I don't want it. Whoops, wrong one. So yeah, these all have hotkeys, and when you get good at the hotkeys, like, it's pretty sweet. So, right, the hotkey for doing what I want to do is grabbing the intersection again is Control-Shift-Star, or Control-Star, which is Control-Shift-8. And so I would push Control-Shift-8, and it'll give me what I need, right? Pow. So then here, we'll go ahead and change it to black, just so that it matches for now. And we're going to push Control to keep its proportion as we shrink it. Right? See? And there we, oh no, it needs to be a little bit bigger. Right? Because what we got to do, so now what we need is we need to make sure that this sort of lines up there, right? That this V gets in their heads, right? That's ideally what we want. So really we should make this a little bit bigger. Put them on the road, right? There we are, but that's not quite. Maybe it is. I don't know. Make more sounds like a weird sick dog, dude. That'll really get the YouTube followers. Good one. All right. So I think that's it. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Go ahead and, oh, okay, so right, so here's where we can really, if you want to make sure that you're doing your image correctly, right, this is where we get the alignment tools into play here. Okay, so align and distribute. I can't remember where that is. It's under, yeah, object, all the way down to the bottom. Align and distribute brings up this menu here. I have it on last selected, so it's relative to, so this is the first item selected. Hold down shift, grab this item, which is now the last selected, and I can abut them. Whoops, wrong abutment. It is this abutment. Wrong side. There we are. Right? And where it smashes, yes, right. The orange object is the object that you have selected, and then this is the objects that you have selected before that. Yeah. So, yes, the orange dot is the relative to dot, right? And now that these are all lined up, I can then use this tool again to grab this, select this, right? And now if I cut it off, this will be perfectly aligned with my edge here because I know that this border is lined up, right? So I can do the same by going like this, making this. It doesn't even matter where I place it. I then just have to select this, whoops, wrong order. Select this, use, well, no, this is the correct one. That would put it on the top here. So I need this one. There we are. And then I do Control Shift negative. Oh, ha! That is wrong. I grab this and then this and Control Shift negative, and it cuts their legs off. Wahaha! So brutal. And here we are here. Right? Doesn't matter where I put it. That's right. As long as it reaches over these two edges. This image is what I want to cut, so it's here and here. Relative, boink. Grab this one, and then slice. All right, and so we're starting to get kind of a book image going here. Anyway, as you can see, yeah, all right, let's zoom in. See what we've got. It's pretty gross because this is a super low resolution image. This is definitely, you know, not what we wanted to really be doing. But as you can see, this kind of gets us there, right? Yeah, if you had a higher resolution image, this is absolutely the technique you would use to get this done, right? And I know this is a quick, down and dirty, just, you know, fake, but this is how you would do it, right? You really can have a lot of fun with this. And so what we're going to do here is possibly lower this ever so slightly. Yeah, just a little bit. Give this a little bit more space in here. This a little bit more space in here. And so now again we can start aligning these things properly, right? And I'm not actually going to use this sun at all. I'm going to put this up here like they had it. We're going to choose sort of a bluish background again, right? Or we can just steal this color scheme. We can, why not? So they've got an orange background. And so we're going to find a nice burnt-ish orange. There we are. Right? Not quite right, but you get the picture. Oh yeah, this isn't quite right. It's got to be pinkier. Right, yeah, it's a nice reddish, weird, pinky kind of, yeah. And then we'll get a blue and a pale yellow. Man, that is a good, I don't know how they did that. I'm jealous of that color. Alright, so we'll keep that darker. I'm going to go for a nice pale blue kind of thing to go here. The pale blue is for the sunlight. Interesting. So we're going to have okay. So doing the drop shadow is going to be a little bit annoying. I actually don't want to deal with that at all. That is going to be brutal. That's going to take actually a lot of actual work. Yeah, they did a good job with this drop shadow. This is really fun here. Anyway, yeah, so how you would do that though, right, is you're going to go over here and you're going to go to this node tool, right, and grab these individual nodes. See, these two nodes are selected, this guy and this guy. When I clicked on this line here, right, I would then go to the node creator tool, or, you know, and you just click a few times, grab some nodes, and start doing your thing, right, and coloring this however you wanted this to be colored, right, and following whatever line pattern, whoops, that you wanted to do. But you could do it, right, and it would take you a little bit of time, but that, you know, right, and if you need more nodes, you just click here, get yourself some more nodes, keep drawing, right, just keep adding to it, and keep manually making this what you need to do, right. And here I'm going to go ahead and be quiet, probably just fast forward through this for a little bit here. All right. And there we are, folks. The beginning to our drawing. All right. Let's see how close we've gotten. Boop. All right, not so bad. Let's go back here. Our text needs to be a little bit different. We'll go here, here, and here. And pop it into this one here. Kapow. All right, there we are. Whoops. Keep doing that. Excellent. Right, and then this wants to be that kind of a muted orange again. Right, and so again, we're just going to sort of, take another one of these. This would take some hand cutting. All right, we would want to hand cut this layer out and do this whole muted orange, and then do these the women the muted natural color, I suppose, that the boys are in this one. Men, boys, whatever. It doesn't yet. Right, that these dudes are. Right, so you notice how they're that muted natural, and there's the orange. Right, and so that's what we would then create here, is we would do them a muted natural, get this muted orange going, and keep this blue here. So I'm going to be lazy, super lazy, super lazy, and I am just going to create myself a muted orange box right here, because this is just for a tutorial example, folks. We're not trying to do all that much. There we go. That's a good enough muted orange. Use page down to get this puppy where we want it. Use Control D to make a nice copy. To then, I think it's Control Shift 8. Yes. And there we are there. I will want to bring this guy down ever so there. Yep. To give it a little bit of that water feel. Yeah, there, good. That's a little bit better. Oh no, maybe a little bit more. A little bit more. Yep, good, good. Okay. And this is actually, if you really wanted to do this right and you really wanted to keep this gritty feel, you would add some transitional grit here, right? And really do some fun stuff. Because you could. You absolutely could. And it could actually be really, yeah. But this is just to sort of give you a feel for what is possible here. This one I am going to take the stroke out of, right? Because, yep, it does still have that line. There we are. Oh, much better. Okay. I could show you, here's a little fun thing to do. We'll Control and paste. And then we will use a custom, so I'm going to grab, actually, you know what, I don't even want all of that, I just want this, because I don't want that extra curve. I'll take this and just get what I want. Shift 8. Alright, so that brings this image down. It doesn't make it look like we cut that image off, right? See, now it brings it all the way down and through like it should. Okay, what else do we need to add here to really give it a good feel? There we go. Going to align and distribute now to make sure it, yep, exactly. Now we got to stick it on the bottom, which is there. And I'm going, whoops. Whoops. Hang on, you. Okay, so grab, grab, to the bottom, to the center. Excellent. Now we'll want this to be to about here. Yep, about there. And then yep, that works out really good. And I'll just do the manual work. So I'm going to be quiet again while I do the manual. Excuse me. right, excellent. And so yeah, if I really did want to do this correctly, right, I would take some of this grit pattern here probably, and I would have saved some of these other layers, right? And so what would be absolutely proper, actually, you know what, here, I'm just going to do it like this. We're going to go up here, we're going to go boom, and we're going to go dripping mold. Alright, images for dripping mold. Let's see. Yeah, no, this is perfect. Right, and so, I mean, this is just like, yeah. Images for funky mold, man. Actually, no, I don't want that section. I actually want a different section because that has a line in it for the corner, right? And so I want to make sure that I don't get that line in there, and so I'm going to just get this section, right? It's a much cleaner look there. We're going to go save it, and we're going to save this as mold, man. All right. Next order of business, we stick this image on later. Okay, so bring in our texture. Is, and we know which tool we're using again. It is under the path trace bitmap, and we're going to go ahead and use 8 steps. No, we'll use just 4 steps for this guy real quick. Oh, that's not enough. Oh well. Control Shift G to ungroup. There we are. I've got this little thing, I got this little thing, got this little guy, and I got this big old dude. Alright, this is going to have to be our candidate, folks. Alright. Yeah, there we go, folks. Pretty simple. A little bit, you'll want to clean up the lines, right? Like this looks like a nice harsh line here, right? We'll definitely want to clean that up a little bit, right? So it doesn't look like it is what it is, right? But other than that, that's how you do it, right? Just go through, grab the image pieces you need. And there we are, right? So as you can see, for just doing what we did really darn quick, that's not a bad little hack. We'll stick this guy over here, right? We'll stick this guy up here, right? And so, there we are, folks. Yeah, all right. Yeah, and that, I guess that's not to say that what I mean to do is, go out and copy great covers, right, that you see out there online, but I just wanted to show that you can create, with this technique that I use to make my own covers that are absolutely out there being designed right now. So, go have your friend or go out there and take a really awesome high-def photo of your city, right? Or, a city that you think could, anyway, yeah, or buy a nice city photo, right? Crop it, a couple of your friends, staring out your front porch, right? Out of it, you just cut you guys out, put, them into whatever environment you want, and you don't have to worry nearly as much about the GIMP or Photoshop style high def transitions that you would have to do, right, if you were doing something and what you would normally see in the more traditional indie site, would, with the attractive woman running through the woods, like I showed you in the previous example in the beginning of the video. Anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted to say, is that when you use this technique, you then get to cut your own pictures up together that really allow you to make composite images much, much simpler and much quicker. And if you're good at doing image composition for your book design, you're good to go, folks. You can make a whole series of book covers like this, and nobody's going to think twice. They're going to think it looks great. They're going to think it's awesome. And that's basically what I did with mine. So this is what I am suggesting you do, is something that is a more unique actual cover design based off of techniques that we know are working out there in the real world today selling books. All right? There's my quick little tutorial on how to make your own cover in Inkscape, and the technique I used, the technique that you can see other people even use, right, when they find their own images that they want to use, right? This is how you do it, folks. Yeah. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know if this is the kind of tutorial you guys want to see, or if this is super boring to you, right? Yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, and if it is what you like, I actually love doing this kind of stuff, and so we can do all kinds of other tutorials in the future. So thank you very much, and happy writing, folks. Bye.